Now, a fifth grade murder plot. Yes, a fifth grade girls murder plot. Fifth grade now. How old are you in fifth grade? Hold on. Let's see. You are 10 or 11. So 10 or 11, maybe 12 years old, and they plotted a murder. I don't understand. That would have never crossed my mind in fifth grade. I was not thinking about murder at fifth grade. Now we're going to hear about what was happening. So let's pivot right into that, jump right into that video. This is a wild situation. Now, main thing, I think that the parents, I don't know where the parents are. I don't know who was thinking about this or how they got this idea in their mind, but we need to understand it. At the end of the day, you need to raise your kids well, because stuff like this is crazy and they're going to jail for a long time if something happens.
Just end him. That was the goal of a group of 10 and 11-year-old girls who, surprise police say, wanted to kill a boy at school. The motive? He's accused of cheating on one of them, so she wants him dead. The murder.
Fifth grade and he cheated on you? Why are y'all even dating at fifth grade? What was I doing in fifth grade? Fifth grade, that was there was some, okay, I can't even say anything. There was couples in fifth grade in my school, and there was weird couples. Damn, man. We was old now. We was fast too. God dang. But fifth grade and cheated on her, and now she wants to kill him. Ain't nothing like a woman scorn. Ain't that what's the rule?
The plot was simple. According to the police report, 4 fifth-grade students at Legacy Traditional School's West Surprise campus planned to lure a classmate to the charter school's outside bathroom and stab him in the stomach. And each girl had a role to play to get away with it. One would bring the knife, another would forge a suicide note to make it seem like he took his own life, and someone would act as a lookout while the other carried out the stabbing. And to avoid fingerprints on the murder weapon, they would wear gloves.
Yeah, they've been watching something with their parents, man. How to commit a murder, watching murder documentaries. There's no way that they should be this thorough. And it was like, yeah, we're gonna wear some gloves. We're gonna lead them out to the playground, and we're gonna stab them in the stomach. That is absolutely insane.
And say the friends came up with the plan during lunch and recess on October 1st. Legacy administrators worked with the school resource officer to investigate when students who overheard the plot came forward. The next day, their backpacks were searched.
I'm gonna give a shout out to the people the kids who came forward. That is beautiful. Yes. If you hear someone plotting, yes, go tell someone. This is crazy. Don't just overhear it and then be like, oh, well, this is not my problem. No, go tell someone. Please go tell someone. Golly.
And the suspects were individually questioned with their parents present. All 4 children were then arrested for threatening and disorderly conduct misdemeanor charges. The police report says 3 of the students showed remorse, but the 4th would smile and laugh while making excuses for their actions.
Oh, back that up a tad bit. We got to back that up a tad bit, because that is absolutely wild.
But the 4th would smile and laugh.
Smile? A 5th grader smiling and laughing. I don't know if she wasn't, and I don't know if she just wasn't thinking about the consequences, or if something wrong with her soul. I don't know what that is. 5th grade, she started making excuses, just laughing. Maybe she was trying to be like, oh, we were just playing around. But yeah, she's too smart for her. If she was just trying to make excuses and smile and laugh it off, she needs to go to a psychologist. I don't know what happened, but the parents of that child who was smiling and laughing and trying to make excuses, not showing any remorse for what they was plotting to do, needs to be investigated. There's no way. I don't know how a fifth grade girl would come up with this and react in that way. Not showing any remorse. Absolutely insane. Absolutely insane. You plot to that's some adult woman stuff. You plot to kill. That must have been the girlfriend. You plot to kill the guy who cheated on you. That's something you'll only hear for an adult woman. I can't imagine. Now hold on. I think they listed out what each person would bring. So what did they say? We're gonna go back. Let's
had a role to play to get away with it. One would bring the knife. Another.
So, like I said, one would bring the knife.
Would forge a suicide
note. Where do you get this information? At fifth grade. Maybe kids are growing up too fast nowadays. But you're planning to forge a suicide note? Forge a suicide is crazy to me. That is absolutely. It's not a thing where they was like, oh, out of like passion or anger. This is like they plotted everything with your friends. You bring the knife. You write that suicide note. Now, how they gonna write it? How they gonna make his handwriting? Now, so see, there's things that they didn't probably think.
Note to make it seem like he took his own life, and someone would act as a lookout while.
Then you got a lookout. You got the girl looking out, making sure when the teachers come by, no one say anything. Hey, we gotta get up out of here. Gotta get up out of here.
The other carried out the stabbing, and to avoid fingerprints.
The one who carried out the stabbing had to have been the one who smiled. Now, I'm making inferences here. I don't know for a fact. I'm going to have to do some research on this, and I am going to do some research on it to see if we got some more details about this, because this is insane. 5th grade, plotting murder. And it was like, yeah, let me bring some gloves so we can, no fingerprints.
On the murder weapon, they would wear gloves. Documents say the friends came up with the plan during.
They over here. Instead of eating, they're over here. And that research playing like normal kids. They over here, yeah, we're going to, tomorrow you bring the knife. Yeah. You going to, remember you write the suicide note. Make sure it's a suicide note now. Yeah, type it up. And then we're going to put it in his bag after we finish everything. See, this is absolutely insane. I don't think I've ever heard someone this young doing something like this. Never in my life have I heard this. Crazy. Now, that is it for that video. Like I said, I'm going to do some deep dive into that story so we can see if there's any more information. See if they found what are they going to get charged with. I think they mentioned what they're going to get charged with, but the girls somebody needs to do some therapy or a butt whooping. I don't know what needs to happen, but something needs to happen. There is no way that something like this should be plotted by some 5th grade. And no, this shouldn't be plotted at all. You can't plot to kill somebody because they cheated on you. And what is cheating on you in 5th grade? What did they do? He kissed somebody else? I highly doubt that they was sleeping with somebody. I hope they wasn't. Not in 5th grade. That is wild to me. That is wild to me. Jesus. Now, all right, everybody, remember this is AC Reviews the Word. Remember